run.
On this day, she's leading a domestic violence rally at the local high school.
Thank you for everything you're doing, okay? It means the world.
Thank you for your support.
All right, buddy.
Finally, in the spring of 2018, it's time for the 3 long-awaited trials that may or may not keep Kevin in prison.
Did you attempt to retaliate against Miss Beverly for making a phone call to report a crime?
Yes.
Kevin was offered a deal by the prosecutor, plead guilty in the first 2 trials, and the 3rd one would be dropped.
Are you pleading guilty voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
Kevin went along with the plan in the first trial.
Right now, I'm just still, I think, shocked that he pled, because I did not see that happening.
But by the second trial, he changed his mind about the plea deal, so a jury was sworn in.
In a span of 8 days, from October 16, 2012 to October 25, 2012, the defendant called Nicole 183 times.
The prosecutor emphasized the fear Nicole has endured.
The defendant's power over Nicole knew no boundaries, but today it does. Today it stops, and it stops with you.
When he was charged in 2013, all of his offenses, all of his language, everything he did was considered in total and called aggravated stalking. 5.5 years later, they went back, plucked out a few of the phone calls, called them a different crime with a greater penalty, and proceeded on those cases.
But the jury didn't see it that way.
I'm told that you have reached a verdict. Is that so?
Kevin found guilty.
Today went really well. We ended up getting guilty verdicts for both the extortion and the witness intimidation charges.
The sentence in the first trial surprised everyone, adding 5 to 10 years to the 5 years Kevin has already served.
I think I'm still in a little bit of shock right now.
At the sentencing for the second trial, Kevin's attorney tried to make the case that verbal threats aren't the same as abusive acts.
There's nothing sadistic about a phone call. There's nothing torturous about a phone call. They're inconveniences.
Kevin Beverly appealed for leniency to the judge and directly to Nicole.
I love my children. I would never hurt my children. I even actually still care for my ex-wife. I only want the best for them, all of them. And again, if you could please keep in mind that I served 5 years for this.
He will say he cares about me in court, but then is 2 days later calling me, saying he's gonna kill me, he's gonna slit my throat. So it means nothing to me when he says he still cares about me.
Mr. Beverly was repeatedly making statements in prison that as soon as he was released, he was going to come to my home, kill my children in front of me, and torture me to death.
Then it was time for the judge to speak.
It's not just that you attempted, but in fact succeeded in terrifying your wife, your ex-wife, and your children. Even when you were in prison, your wife and children did not feel safe because of your not being able to keep your mouth shut.
The sentence.
13 to 35 years effectively here.
The sentence will run concurrently with that of the first trial and the third, to which he also pleaded guilty. Kevin will stay in prison for a minimum of 13 more years.
The full blame is going to be placed on me because of me asking for help from the Attorney General's office.
I am so proud of you.
If anything, he may be even more dangerous now because he's going to have 13 years to sit and stew and plan on how he intends to get back at me.
Attorney Paul Tylenda thinks the sentence is excessive.
This case has created 2 victims. We have the one, and at the result here, we have the second.
He expects there will be an appeal.
My fear for all of us in this state is that this type of prosecution will continue, and that we will then start charging words as if they were actions.
But for Nicole, knowing Kevin will remain in prison for the foreseeable future is a bittersweet victory.
What do you want him to know about what he did to you?
Even though he had broken me down, I found myself again, and I've built myself up to be even stronger and better.
Nicole is determined to keep helping other women leave their abusive relationships and create changes in the law.
No one ever believes that they will become a victim of domestic violence.
But this hunted woman knows her life is forever changed.
It's a beautiful day, but there's that dark cloud coming in the distance because you know he's still gonna get out someday. And he still could be attempting to hire more people to kill us from prison. This isn't completely done. It probably never will be completely done, unfortunately.